Welcome to Virtually Live 21. This is Season 2, Episode 6. In this episode, I've got some really cool stuff I want to share with you. Groundbreaking hawk owl research, a new 7-mile-long hiking trail we quote-unquote discovered, the tiny bird art auction's coming up, first winter finches of the year we find on McDavitt Road, and a really big and very exciting reveal towards the end. Good morning. It's late October, and the tamaracks are gorgidious. I've got work to do at the Welcome Center, but just thought I'd come up and knock around, see if I could find any birds, which this is one of the slowest times of year for birding in the bog, but in a few weeks, the first winter finches will be coming down. The pine grosbeaks always show up in right around the first week of deer season, so kind of in those first 10 days of November. Ooh, what was that? Okay, I guess it was a red-tailed hawk. Just looked big jumping off the tip top of a snag. Thought it could have been a great gray, but the hawk migration is in full swing. I've seen a sharp-shinned and now this red tail. Boy, it'd be nice to get some photos of some birds in these prime tamaracks. I want to share a few things we've been doing over the last couple months since the BioBlitz edition of Virtually Live came out in, I guess that was August. It is late October, and many rough-legged hawks have already come down from the tundra. They're in breeding grounds in the tundra, and we're seeing them all over the bog. They hover, looking for any kind of movement, any kind of vole in the grass. They've got the wingspan of a redtail, but they have a tiny beak, as you can see here, and small feet, which tells you that their prey is not rabbits and hares and bigger things like that, but small little rodents like voles. And they might be with us for a few weeks, few months, or all winter. It just depends on how deep the snow gets. If it gets too deep, they'll keep heading south. Here is our new electric lawnmower as part of our sustainability initiatives. Just runs on 2 batteries that you can use in other tools as well. And super quiet. Don't even have to wear headphones, ear protection. And it'll do a good-sized yard on one charge. And check this out. The pollinator garden we put in June is starting to bloom. Butterfly weed. Terrible name. Same genus as milkweeds, so it is basically a species of milkweed. And there's some pollinators here. Yay! There is a monarch. Our board member Ruben made a new home for Augie's owls, and they look very happy. They sure do, in their coop, their roost. I'm not sure what you call it. Yeah, and the donations help Bob continue making these. I think he's close to 2,000 now, and folks write their notes in here. And yeah, this is a incredible tribute for Augustus, the great grandson of Bob Brisky, who does all the carving of these owls. In late September, our board of directors put on a really nice picnic at the Welcome Center for the staff and the volunteers. It was a good time. Very nice way to show their appreciation for their staff and volunteers.
which is fun.
Oh, that's
That's a migration, long migration.
two of them I know are.
So many people.
Visiting.
Sorry. Yeah. Die right now.
There was not a single hiccup. Traveling went well. But
And the sky here is fantastic.
I look at it as kind of a group effort because I'm not necessarily a leader or a visionary or anything like that, but what I know, what I've come to realize with our board is we just have the right people in the right places to get the right work done, and of course that's all essential with all of our volunteers too. But we have a really good group of people.
Right now, I'm up to 1,756 owls. Do stop there. It's unbelievable. I've got owls that are in Tokyo, Japan. I've owls that are in Italy and Germany. Everywhere. Oh. Yeah.
Even Duluth.
So many different states, and it's so much fun to just look at all these pages.
This is our biannual, twice a year litter cleanup. We do it in April and we do it in October.
I would have dressed nicer if I knew we were in the movie.
He's got some. And yeah, I'm really impressed. This stretch of 133 and the bog is pretty clean this year. So that's a nice surprise.
Okay.
Father and daughter duo. I'm pretending to pick up litter just for this video, and no, I mean, yeah, but actually I better get back to work, or I'm going to be in trouble with board chair Lori. That's just a little bit of our community service in the bog. We always see who has the best find of the day. In April, it was Julie Olala, one of our board members, who found a wig. Gene, nothing good?
Nothing good so far.
Oh, I found a pair of glasses with one lens.
Julie, another useful thing. I mean, that could be tied on the end of a load of lumber. Is Julie gonna get the find of the day again? 30-foot by, and it's a Stanley.
It's a Stanley. It's a good one.
Wait, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, drop.
You said wait instead of three.
I have a special prize for Sparky. I'm sure you can put this to use.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go.
I find those all the time.
You found these?
For you. I picked him up knowing
You stole this out of my van.
No, pal. It was right along the road. It was a piece of trash until I thought of you.
Yourself, the question, I wonder what Ruben is seeing along the road that's in bloom.
Oh, I am.
So I'd like to give a flower report. I saw tansy.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
and yarrow is what I
Yarrow.
the evening primrose.
Oh,
Those
Okay.
are blooming.
still in bloom. Wow.
Oh, that's
Sow thistle, woolly bear, caterpillar, with a really broad brown band. So whoever can interpret that, let me know.
Okay.
Bad winter coming.
White campion, spotted knapweed, a dandelion,
Yep.
I saw a goat's beard down here.
I saw a goat's beard.
and white sweet clover. We saw lots of puffball mushrooms,
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those too.
goldenrod, a
Also known as
cinquefoil
a
of some
true lake, yes.
persuasion,
Cinquefoil.
Okay.
oxeye daisy.
You saw all that today.
Yep.
October 19th. How about birds? We had a pileated woodpecker fly over 133.
Carrier.
A harrier. What-
Oh, there's a butterfly,
backyard.
sulfur butterfly.
yeah.
I think you were just looking at flowers today.
Well, there was no litter to pick up.
This
I
is
had
a
to-
nice
We had to spend this
I
time
had to
somehow.
stop 2 cars and ask them to throw some litter in the dish so I could get something in my bag.
After the litter cleanup, we popped over to the Victory Coffee Shop in beautiful downtown Meadowlands. Nice spot, open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. And sometimes they have soup, but they always have desserts and pop and coffee. So stop on in. Well, I'm at Winterberry Bog because a couple of our naturalists, Mark and Jason, and a volunteer are working on a little spur on the Bob Russell Bog Walk at the Winterberry Bog. So let's go check out their progress, see what they're doing. It's just a little spur, about maybe 80-90 feet long. Just kind of goes out into a little open area, so it might be kind of a fun spot to see warbler migration, etc. So yeah, let's go check it out.
Pick the gas can up, bent down again, and it just hanging one of the frames for the boardwalk. One stroke. Not like that, but we will miss it, huh? There you go. Maybe nothing is.
So that's awesome. The guys got it under control. And there'll be a little platform at the end and a bench. Sadly, there's a tamarack shortage with my sawmill, so we might not get it decked until winter, but we'll get it done. I got red poles October 26th, and I've had close to 70 red poles today already, which is awesome. Does that mean we're gonna have a little bit of a eruption year for red poles? I hope so. It's been a few years since we've had really good numbers. Yeah, there's a flock of about 25 here on McDavitt flying around in the alders, probably eating seeds out of the alder cones. But yeah, notice I'm wearing my hawk owl hoodie and artwork by Duluthian Carl Barden and Hannah Tuatungi. Is that how you say it, Hannah? She's going to be doing a project with us this winter, putting cell and satellite trackers on hawk owls. Yeah, very exciting. We're going to maybe hopefully find out where these hawk owls are coming from, because we have no idea. Are they coming from Alaska? Manitoba, far northern Minnesota, or are they nesting somewhere way back in the bog here? But maybe, hopefully, we'll have a few hawk owls show up. Thanks to Kelly Larson for being one of the big sponsors of this project, and thanks to Rich Hogue, Shara and Eric Brockman, and others who contributed to our science and research fund. And it's not too late. You can still get some of this cool hawk owl merchandise, such as Hannah's wearing here, or my hoodie that I'm wearing. Check out the link above. Another exciting thing this winter, Abby Valine is going to continue her northern shrike research. She put some geolocators on several last year in the bog, but you know what? You got to recapture them to get that data back. So luckily, they're kind of site tenacious, which means they'll come back to the same wintering site year after year. And we're trying to find out, are these shrikes West Hudson Bay population or East Hudson Bay population? Stay tuned. And that's not it. Our Science and Research Fund will also be helping some evening grosbeak studies here in the bog. David Yeaney, avian ecologist at Western Pennsylvania Conservancy, will be putting geolocators and maybe even some cell trackers on evening grosbeaks. Once again, where do they come from? Are they nesting in northern Minnesota? Are these guys coming from the Rocky Mountains? I mean, we have no idea. So a lot of exciting research coming up this winter. Stay tuned. Are you surprised that there's a 7 mile long hiking trail in the Sax-Zim bog? Well, I was too, thanks to some sleuthing by our board member Jean Olala. We found this trail, and there's a group that's maintained it and built it. as you're going west on Zim Road, there's a little driveway right before you cross the St. Louis River. And then there's a little drive up in and a little parking area. And boy, I've just hiked a little bit of it and it is beautiful. And yeah, and you can walk down the trail just 100 yards and there's a nice overlook. It's not pretty, but it's interesting. There's a dead deer floating down the river and there's 2 immature eagles hanging around here. And I just heard some ravens and I'm sure that's what they're interested in. They're just waiting for me to leave. We have a surprising amount of Outhouse news today, and I think you're going to find it kind of interesting. So what in tarnation am I doing here today with this setup? Well, some of you may remember that last winter, maybe Sparky didn't get the outhouse pumped in the late fall before winter, and yeah, it filled up and froze solid. So we had to close it by end of February maybe. So this year, with our pumping company, we came up with a plan. Mix some water with that salt you put in your water softener at home. And yeah, so that way it won't freeze and they can pump it out in the middle of winter and we'll be good. Yeah, let's hope this works. All right, let's get back to work. 10 down, 10 5-gallon buckets down, 10 more to go. This little half wall is going to be shielding a, yes, drum roll, maybe not a drum roll for this one, and a second porta potty. So if the Louvre is busy, you can pop over here to the porta potty and we'll just eliminate those long lines. Outhouse art install part 2. We're getting the Louvre. That's LOO-VRE. World's only outhouse / art gallery. Yeah, here at the Welcome Center. And today, hanging 2 more photos. A northern hawk owl in flight, coming down to catch a vole. You have to think about this one. Yeah, it's a drone view of 4 of our first migrants back to the bog. You know what they are? To give you a minute here. Yes, trumpeter swans. And that's the ice melting off Stone Lake. Yeah. And of course, they will join the rest of the art installation. Our cow moose from over by the Warren Nelson Bog. A great gray owl on a frosty morning along Admiral. And our own Winterberry Bog and some really unique fungi. It's a Pseuilus species, a hollow foot species, but pretty cool, that deep sphagnum moss. So, this wouldn't have taken me so long, except I lost the template. But I think everything is level and straight and looks good. 3 more to go. A friend of Sax-Zim Bog, Ryan Marshik, made these cool, funky black picture frames out of some thick plywood. They are pretty darn cool. And it is locked. These are these special locking screws so people can't run away with this beautiful art. All right. And I'll show you the latest additions to the Louvre Outhouse Art Gallery. And this was a red fox that was hunting along Rochek Road and County Road 229, those big fields. And he was pouncing in that hard, crusty snow, and didn't see him get any voles. But yeah, I love the kind of the animal in the landscape shot and the red willows. And we have this guy. It's probably not the same ermine that's hanging around the Welcome Center these days, but this was about 8-9 years ago at the Welcome Center. Before there was a Welcome Center, there was just a parking lot and a kiosk and an outhouse. And this guy was enjoying the rib cages that we put out by the bird feeders. What a cutie. But it's looking pretty good. So spread the word. The world's only outhouse art gallery is open for business. Okay, that's a really bad pun. Not a bad day. Not a lot of birds, but kind of a neat sign of winter. The common redpolls, over 70 common redpolls. Unexpectedly had a yellow-rumped warbler, didn't get any video, got away from me, and a belted kingfisher. Not super late for them, but interesting. And a beautiful male northern harrier. Multiple rough-legged hawks hunting, hovering. Can't forget the other harbingers. How do you say that word? Harbingers? Harbingers of winter. The snow buntings. I had a couple snow buntings and about 4 or 5 American tree sparrows as well. And I hope you enjoyed looking back at some of our projects. And don't forget, we got the Tiny Bird Art silent auction coming up in late January. So get those artwork pieces in. Keep them small, 6 inches by 6 inches or less. The sizes have been creeping up, but we want to keep the tiny in Tiny Bird Art. You can find details on our website right on the homepage. The Welcome Center will be open this winter. Yay! December 4th is opening day. Our Welcome Center naturalists will be on hand 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 days a week. 7 days a week. Got souvenirs. We got some new merchandise this year. You can buy a calendar, or you can buy one at the Wilbert Cafe or Wild Birds Unlimited in Duluth. 2022 Bog Wild Calendar available now on our website as well, and you can get it with a membership. And don't forget Give to the Max Day, Thursday, November. Fill in the date here. I think it's the 16th or 17th. It'll be on our website as well. And starting November 1st on Facebook, we're going to do a post a day leading up to Give to the Max Day. So we have some kind of fun stuff on there about different projects we're involved with. Check it out. Well, until next time, keep your feet in the fallen popple leaves and your head in the